Hello everyone and welcome to Learning 5's Heroes of the Storm edition. Tonight we have a show match between Team Tiddly, or as they like to prefer, the Tiddly Ticklers, versus Gogo for Jojo. We're starting things off here on Alterac Pass. Our map bands were Dragonshire and Cursed Hollow. I am Graysville. With me tonight is Arekusu. And
Hey.
yeah, I'm pretty excited. This is it's gonna be a best of 3 series here. I apologize for the late start. We had a bit of a late substitute, and we're very grateful that they could make it tonight.
Yeah, well, 3 minutes is not that much of late, but I'm really happy to see the new map. I'm really curious to see what comp they are going to go for this map. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple different ways you can play this map. You could try to go for macro pressure, and try to just out lane your opponents. But with that said, the objective itself is very strong. So you always want to make sure that you don't lose that. I mean, the very first one in the game can get a lot of value, and Go for Jojo, starting things off with that Garrosh ban, which I feel is probably pretty smart.
Yeah, it's a strong pick. Garage is always good, and on this map, like with this objective, it's so good. So I know why they are banning him.
Bans now for Tiddly Ticklers. That's gonna be so difficult to say every time. They're gonna ban the Chromie out. Okay. I mean, that's a little playing a pocket out of Silthrin's playbook there. You know, just banning the Chromie every time.
Yeah, we know that Salt doesn't like the Chromie. He loves to ban it really quick. But Chromie, I feel like, should be strong with a kind of objective, slow objective there. So I know why it's a good idea to ban her map.
Yeah, I agree. I think she's probably pretty good on this map with this objective, because you can poke from a safe distance and you can get picks, so I like it. First pick, though, for Jojo. I would like them to take Malfurion, honestly. I feel like Malfurion's still the strongest support in the game, and he sets up really well. And, you know, again, the long objective.
They're
going to go with the Haka. I mentioned the macro play, and maybe that's what they're going for with that first pick.
Yeah, I think so. The Haka is really good for that. And I think the map got enough bush for him to be useful. So looking to see him move a lot on that map.
So picks now for Tiddly Ticklers. I mentioned the Malfurion. I would like to see Malfurion as the pickup. I feel like it's very strong. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know. He's just so good overall, and I feel like he would be good on this map because of the length of time it actually takes to get the objective.
Yeah, it's true. He can zone pretty well, and there it is. There it is.
All right, so going for the Johanna. I mean, maybe that's a denial, right? Taking Johanna away from Gogo for Jojo.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, it's a counter pick. You don't want them to get the Jojo.
Picks now for Jojo. So they already have the Haka. They could pick up a support and a tank here, and then they'll leave the rest of the draft just wide open. I feel like that would probably be pretty smart. Tanks available with Johanna gone. They could go for like a Muradin, for example. Diablo is very strong. Supports, there's a lot available. Stukov is very good. Alex Straza, I feel like, could be very good here.
Yeah, but I think Stukov is probably a better pick just for the zoning with the silence. But we will see. We'll see. I think... the Golden Oriole. I'm surprised. I'm surprised about this pick.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is very good together. The Gul'dan Oriole's been a good staple for a long time. It's interesting that's an early priority, though, for Jojo. It is good, don't get me wrong, but I really felt like there could have been other supports and tanks available, but maybe they just feel like that synergy's too good to pass up.
Yeah, probably going with maybe a Diablo or something like that after that, if it's not getting banned.
Yeah, I would expect Team Blue here to ban out that Diablo because I feel like he would be very strong.
Yeah. If I were Tiddly, I would expect a Diablo, so it will be a good ban to ban him, a good thing to ban him, and because to ban Garage too. So to ban the ATC.
Okay, I mean, ETC is still very strong.
Yeah.
You want to ban
So
some kind of CC tank, and they could have technically went double global with the stage dive on ETC, so maybe they were worried about that macro pressure.
yeah, I think too. He can be a global, and that could mean a lot on this map because the objective is really important and the boss is really far away from the other. So you want that global.
I agree.
This map.
Last ban here for Jojo. I mean, there's a lot out there. Maybe they're worried about that global pressure. They could get rid of like a Zagara, for example, even. Being able to set up her creep around the objective would be good vision control. She could go for Nidus Network, although that was recently nerfed. I'm just trying to think of other options available. I don't know if Abathur would be a viable ban or a pick here.
I was thinking maybe Genji. Oh, Enzo. Yeah, Enzo too. I was thinking Genji because they got Gul'dan, Oriel, they don't want to get killed. I don't know what rank they're thinking about, so maybe
Yeah.
Genji would have been a good ban, protect Oriel or Gul'dan.
Yeah, actually, I think Genji would be a really good pick here for Tiddly because they really don't have any escape. Like, Gul'dan has to use Horrify or they have to use Crystal Aegis. I mean, I guess those are still good ultimates against Genji, but I don't know if with Johanna they're not willing to... Because she's not really a dives hero, per se. I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say. Well, they could go with a bruiser that can dive, and that will be weird, but I don't know. It could be.
We're on a 2-minute delay, and I'm just reading chat. Let's easy KTZ pick. Let's get that murky pick. Okay. It is the Genji and the Greymane backed up. So, you know, we talked about the dive. Greymane will be able to dive in the backline with the Genji.
That's true. So don't get root. That's what I had to say for Jojo.
Right. Yeah.
Don't get hooked by. Don't get not town. Don't get root by Malfurion because you will die by Genji and Greymane. That's a lot of damage there.
So last picks now for Jojo. They need a tank and probably some kind of auto attacker. We mentioned the Diablo before. I feel like he still would be pretty good here. Even going Lightning Breath just to dissuade the dive in the backline. But they do need some kind of peel for Greymane and Genji. With that, you could go like a Muradin. And for auto attackers, I don't think they want to go Vala because otherwise it'd be way too squishy.
That is true, but they're going Diablo, Vala. I think they're going to try to kill the Greymane really quick or try to go on a squishy. At least I think they need to do that. They need to kill a squishy really quick. If they're going for a long fight, it's going to be hard for them.
Yeah, it's like kill or be killed at this point with that Vala pick. I mean, that's I guess that's confident. Maybe JoJo's is very confident in their ability. But last pick now for Team Tiddly. They need a solo laner unless they're going to have Greymane in the solo lane. Probably some kind of warrior. It is going to be that Blaze.
I was thinking Blaze or Sonya. Sonya would have been good too. So yeah, that's both great comp. And I'm really happy with this comp. I don't know about you.
I'm still worried about JoJo's squishiness. I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing is how much can they protect themselves. Meanwhile, Blaze has a bunker to get themselves their whole team out of trouble.
That is true. They're going to need to get a pick really quick or something like that. They need to kill someone quick to make it like a 5v4. It's going to be that, or in big team fight, I think they're going to get killed pretty quick.
And again, shout out to level 100 Caterpie for filling in here at the last moment for Gogo for Jojo. We appreciate all of the people willing to sub, especially at the last minute here. The show match wouldn't happen without you, so thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I was really worried when he said he were looking for a sub.
And thank you everyone in Twitch chat. I can see you all here. Again, we are on a 2-minute delay, but we appreciate you being here. This is a best of 3 series, so remember to stick around after this first game. There's at least one more coming.
Yeah, at least one more. I hope it is going to be a 3, just because I hope it's going to be like not a one-way game.
Right.
It's going to suck. Yeah, we'll see.
Well, here we go. Game number 1 in our series between Team Tiddly and Gogo for Jojo. On the left-hand side, it is Team Tiddly with Pyromantic on the Genji. Serenian playing Blaze, Mustache Mill on the Malfurion, Soulman on the Greyman, and Angus to Beefy on Johanna. And on the right-hand side, it is Gogo for Jojo with Toxillery playing the Diablo, level 100 Caterpie on the Vala, Old Pro playing Gul'dan, Geeky Nerd on Dahaka, and BKL2 on the Oreo. So,
yeah.
level 1 talent so far. Gul'dan is going for that Echoed Corruption build. No Devil's Due from Diablo, instead picking up that Feast on Fear, which is interesting. It's kind of a toss-up, I'd say, between those 2 talents now.
Yeah, I think so. They're both really good.
Sorry, I have to say Twitch chat is finally catching up, and Violet into Genji is like Probius into Genji. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, it feels bad. Well, we did play Genji the last Friday.
Yeah.
Not Genji, Probius last Friday.
Into
Genji.
the
Malfurion is dead? No.
No, he has to use the well early.
Tap. Yeah.
Oh, 3 hit points. No!
That was so close.
You know, they call it a visual bug, but it's really true. Like, the heal over time actually gets laced over on top of the damage over time. So even though it looks like he was going to survive, he very clearly was dead.
Yeah, I hope maybe they are thinking about something to change about that. Maybe not, but it's weird. Like, you die, but you don't know if you're going to die because of that.
Right.
But yeah, that was a great pick. He did a lot of damage on him, and the Gul'dan W hurt a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Old Pro might be getting caught out here. He has to go through that mud pit. Actually, uses the, okay. He turned around to do the Drain Life in the mud pit. And for those of you unfamiliar with the map, the mud pit puts down a stacking slow on you. So you literally couldn't go anywhere anyway. And was dead, that rotation down to the bottom. But we can see early camp prioritization on the side of Gogo. Gogo for Jojo, and matching now on the side of Team Tiddly. So, again, that macro play is something each team has to keep in mind.
Yeah, and even more when Gul'dan got caught, but that was a great pick. He did their job. And Jojo, pretty low mid.
Yeah.
To be careful.
I didn't even really mention it, but there are 2 viable crown targets on the side of Gogo for Jojo. They both the Vala and the Gul'dan. So it's interesting that they're actually choosing Vala as the target, especially early on when she doesn't have her talents to help her do the damage. We do have a pause already coming out.
Okay. I don't know what is the issue. But yeah, you're right, Vala and Gul'dan. And it's weird because, yeah, Vala does less damage than Gul'dan in early game. Mm-hmm. So I don't know why. Maybe because Vala is squishier and doesn't have a heal over time. I don't know. It's to see. I think they're going to get like the 3 main Diablo, Oriel, Vala to get some pick, or just to be more, I don't know, able to kill someone.
Yeah. I'm just putting this on the wait screen for now while we wait. Looks like we might be ready. He can't actually, I don't know if you realize he can't actually unpause. Okay, I'll unpause.
Alright.
Alright, we're back. hopefully our issues have cleared themselves up.
I hope as well.
Malfurion going for deep roots. Excuse me, not deep roots. Going for that vengeful roots at level 4, which is interesting. It gives you the little ent that does a lot of damage afterwards.
Maybe for the objective, actually, just poke in the objective. It's going to deal a lot of damage afterward, like you said. So I think it's maybe a good thing to pick on this map. But I don't know. I don't know, but Oriole got caught there. The Jojo was well.
Yeah.
And maybe Diablo as well.
Yeah, double kill going over to Team Tiddly. It was also interesting that whole time we had the Genji laning against Gul'dan, and Gul'dan was just losing that straight up. Like, Genji would just auto attack from a distance, and Genji couldn't do anything in return. So early objective is going over to Team Tiddly. 3 kills to 1 so far in their favor. We start heading towards level 7. Meanwhile, Dahaka is still up at the top, continuing to soak, but that's the power of Genji right there. We see Vala getting chunked down to almost a quarter of her health.
Yeah, she needs to be careful, and I don't think they're able to fight against it. I think they just need to leave it.
Well,
maybe if they're able...
it.
Yeah, no, it didn't. They need to stick it, and Diablo is probably going to go down there.
Yeah, Diablo's gonna go down here. Vala's still in the lane, very low as well. Gul'dan goes down. That is gonna be a triple kill going over to Team Tiddly. They get the kills, they get the objective, they have level 7. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a really powerful objective is on this map, so we'll see what they can get done with it.
Yeah, like I was saying, I don't think it was a good idea to fight there. I think he should have give it because he lost that first team fight, and Vala was not there. She was low, she was mid.
I was very careful here, actually. Like, they could dive.
Yeah.
I don't think they understand how Genji and Greymane works. In fact, there we can see it. Pyromantic goes in, actually doesn't get the reset, but it does get the reset. All right, they get the kill on the Vala. That is another kill going over to Team Tiddly as they push down this middle. It should get cleared up soon. Meanwhile, the objective at the top just free pushing. The one at the bottom, Blaze, getting some good damage into Haka. Again, I keep saying that the objective is very strong on this map, and we can see the damage it does.
Yeah, it's crazy strong. You get at least all wall, and even when you defend, you get at least a wall. So it's crazy strong. You need to be careful with that.
Burrowing in at the top. They have all 5 members up here. This is an interesting call. I don't know if they're bringing all 5 to go boss or what the reasoning for bringing Dahak up here was. He probably could have continued to soak.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. He maybe thought, like, after saying Genji there, they were going to bust up, but they were scared maybe of that. And because they saw the 5-top, Team Tiddly start to bust, but...
Yeah, they don't have a talent advantage yet. I mean, they almost have level 10. They don't know where all of their opponents are. Never mind, they just showed middle. So, Greymane is not here, and that's the majority of the damage on the boss. It's really funny seeing a Johanna and a Blaze trying to take a boss together.
Yeah, they're not dying, but my god, it's taking so long. I think Greymane is finished there, with all the rest of the team is coming as well. So they're gonna get a boss, probably a 4th, and he got level 10 as well, so...
Yeah, and that camp was pushing against the middle they had to get taken care of as well. Level 10s are here. Blessed Shield, Bunker, Twilight Dream, Go for the Throat, and that is the Dragon Blade coming out from Genji. Level 10's not quite here for Gogo for Jojo. They slowly are making the rotation down to the bottom, but it's going to be a little too late. Old Pro getting dove on by the Genji, has to turn around to lay down that drain life. Okay, Gul'dan does go down finally.
The Genji does a lot against the squishy.
Oh yeah.
You need to be careful because he killed that Gul'dan alone. Like almost.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And unfortunately they didn't have the peel necessary. Hold on, Dragon Blade going in. They get the kill on Navala. The root from Malfurion were sick. Twilight Dream lands onto several members. Oriole goes down. That is 2 kills going over to Team Tiddly. This boss just wailing away finally. About to fall. Objective, meanwhile, is Ben announced Diablo dying again, and this keep is going down.
Yeah, I didn't expect a keep there, but he got some big. I think Jojo was not careful enough, and he get caught. And yeah, it's crazy. That was well played by Tiddly. Well played there.
We'll say 2.5 level lead on the side of Team Tiddly. Level 13's already for them. 11 kills to 1 so far in this contest. And, I mean, if you're Gogo for Jojo, what do you need to do other than stop dying so much?
Probably need to be careful about the objective, but they need to be 5.
Yeah, like, this is a huge mistake. Trying to get the flank onto their opponents down 13, starting at half health like that. That was a mistake. The Haka should have no reason to be there. This keep is, or this fort, excuse me, is basically already dead. Could have been soaking elsewhere to get XP. And now Team Tiddly just continues to extend their lead.
Yeah, that's right. The Haka was not supposed to be there. That was a free kill. The Haka gave a free kill there. So Tiddly is going to get the objective probably and just push to the core. So
Blaze is still sitting on his level 13 talent. I don't know if he just forgot. I'm trying to think of the options available. I don't think there's that many options. But finally, I was like, usually you go for the fuel leak because it puts the fuel down when you E in. But yeah, it's funny enough that Team Tiddly didn't even go for the objective until after they got the keep because they said, well, let's get more things out of our way. It's not like our opponents can contest this right now anyway.
Yeah, it was a good push to get more XP from that.
They're going in. Mustache Meal was under pressure. Toxery, they said that we needed to make something happen because we're just going to lose this, but it looks like Gogo for Jojo is just going to get wrecked. Team Tiddly get the triple kill. Will it be a quad kill? It looks like it.
Yes, it is. Golden just get out like... Oh my god, the Genji did so much there. The Genji Greymane combo is so good. Does a lot of damage. And I don't want to say it too quickly, but I think it's probably game.
Yeah, this is probably game here for Team Tiddly. This objective is going to be pushing towards the core in the bottom lane. I mean, they could just go core bottom lane right now, honestly. I feel like the core on this map is so weak, it doesn't scale. Like, it looks like they're going to at least get another keep. This will get them closer to level 16. Maybe they want that 2-talent advantage. Meanwhile, Genji's going to dive in here and just look at the autos. Like, look how much damage the autos do. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think they just want to make sure they got... And it was a free. The objective is really slow to come on the core. So it was a free tower there.
Well, that's another 2 kills going over to Team Tiddly. And it looks like they're just like, why don't we just get all the keeps?
Yeah, I think, I guess they want to make sure, or they want to get the game last longer. I don't know. I think they could have just go to core and win.
Yeah. Maybe they didn't have time to wrap around all the way to the other lanes, but they do have, the core is taking damage right now from the objective, and Blaze is there actually, funnily enough, soloing the boss. So this boss, with the objective, he's just kind of taking it by himself, and finally it looks like Gogo for Jojo realizes what's happening. His boss, this core is already down to 50%. And what is the call coming out from Team Tiddly? Do they go for core or do they go for keep?
Look like they're going for the keep there. They want to make sure they think they're not gonna get the core. But they're going to get the Diablo. Not the Diablo, the Haka.
Meanwhile, the objective is still hitting away in the core. That will be game number 1 in this best of 3 series, going over to Team Tiddly, aka the Tiddly Ticklers. All right, we can take a look at those final damage numbers. 19 kills to 1, 12 minutes here on Alterac Pass. Take a look at those final talents as well. Screen cap it if you want. We're going to go into our little waiting screen now as we get ready for our next game. So don't go anywhere. All right, here we go. Game number 2. In our matchup between Team Tiddly and Gogo for Jojo. They said they were ready and then literally said, 1 sec, having comm issues after I hit the button. You know, I'm going to assume that they're just going to work it out in the draft. But yes.
They have time. They
have time. By the way, shout out to DeathCon for the Twitch Prime sub. Yo, much love. So on Infernal Shrines, this was map pick for Team Tiddly. Go for Jojo, choosing to go for first pick here, which means they also have first ban. Last time we saw the bans on Garrosh and Chromie, I would expect at least to see a ban on Garrosh.
Well, probably to Chromie as well. Know that Silt is the coach, and he loved to ban Chromie, so we need to respect the Chromie as well.
I mean, I don't think Silth is the coach for either of these teams, but I'm pretty sure everyone from Team Tiddly knows and loves Silth and knows and loves that they need to ban Chromie because he's watching. So it is the Garrosh ban from the side of Gogo for Jojo. Let's see if Team Tiddly does it again. I mean, otherwise, we saw the Malfurion last time that Team Tiddly took. I don't know if they're willing to ban it because they could take it again. I don't know if there's really anything on the side of Team Jojo that stood out that said we need to ban this, other than maybe getting rid of like that Dahaka that we saw last game.
Yeah, maybe, because it's still a good map for Dahaka again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I probably the Malf, but they're probably going to ban the Chromie. Never mind, Malfurion. Yeah, it's a scary sport.
Yeah, I mean, I said it last game. I feel like he's probably the best support in the game right now. So I think that's probably a valid ban. Again, that means they can't pick it themselves. First picks now for Gogo for Jojo. With the Malfurion.
Are they going Chromie?
I think they could. You know, maybe that would just be the icing on the cake. You know, just triggering Team Tiddly so hard with the early Chromie pickup. And that's what they need to get back in the series. I mean, obviously, that's what they need.
Obviously, Chromie will be good too. I feel like Chromie is able to do something there. She doesn't have like the big Claire, but she can poke for the objective.
I mean, she is actually pretty decent on this map, especially later on in the game. If this game goes long, not level 20 for her, level 18. Her time trap's just all over the place. Sonya, the pickup here on Gogo for Jojo, I feel like that's pretty strong. I feel like this is one of her best maps.
Yeah, and it doesn't let know the other team what they're going to pick as well. So it's a strong pick and can go well with almost every comp.
Picks now for Tiddlywinks. Tiddly Tickler, Tiddlywinks. I'm just making up names for them now.
Yeah.
I don't know, honestly. So normally I would expect to see a tank and a support or a tank and a damage dealer. We saw the Genji last time. I mean, just the way that they played it, I would almost like to see Team Tiddly just go for it right away, just take the Genji, because obviously they know how to play it well.
Yeah, they got a strong Genji player on their team. And there, Diablo Genji, a really good duo.
So Genji, as we mentioned before, is really good. Diablo's interesting as an early pickup. He does get good value on this map because there's a lot of tight corridors that you can hit people up against with his Shadow Charge. Otherwise, you see like prioritization from Johanna, who was recently buffed. She's very good here as well. But picks now for Gogo for Jojo. I would expect them to pick up a tank and a support perhaps, unless they're worried about some kind of damage getting taken away from them, in which case they'd want to pick it here. Either way, they need to avoid squishy backlines like Vala.
Yeah, and they need the support, I think, right now. Don't think they want to wait for the ban. But I don't know, maybe I stuck up?
Yeah, Stukov would be pretty good here. They're gonna go for Kel'Thas. I was out there thinking, okay, Kel'Thas, Johanna. I was actually thinking they could go for the Greymane because we saw Greymane Genji together last time, and Greymane would be pretty good here. But
Yeah,
I mentioned Johanna. She did get buffed. She is very strong. I feel like that's a pretty good pick. Kel'Thas is good on this map, and he's okay into Genji. Like, if Genji dives him, at least he can hit him with his E and knock him up into the air. But Team Tiddly gonna go ahead and ban out that Stukov that we mentioned earlier. Bans for Gogo for Jojo. What are you thinking?
probably like maybe the Greymane because Genji Greymane did so well last game. Um, or maybe I don't know. Probably a damage dealer. Even maybe a Enzo. Don't know. Maybe Enzo. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see Hanzo. You know, the two Shimada brothers together are pretty good. I'm just really worried about dive. And to me, Greymane is what helped the Genji as well. Unless they want to get rid of a solo laner up against Sonya, then you could see a Blaze ban or that the Haka ban. But I'd be more worried about the dive on the side of Team Tiddly.
I would as well. The Greymane is really scary on this situation. Well, they still got Sonya and Joanna, so it's like Joanna is really good to peel. They're scared about the Jaina.
Okay. I mean, I do feel like Jane is very strong. I was just not expecting it in this situation because, again, I feel like they should have been more worried about the dive versus a potential mage against them. Rhaegar getting picked up here on the side of Team T. He was recently buffed. I guess we'll have to see. He's always been traditionally strong on this map because of Lightning Shield. That's actually interesting considering there were other supports available, though.
Yeah, probably to help with the dive. I don't know. The Greymane there. Yeah, T want to dive. T want to dive.
I felt like that was a no-brainer picking up the Greymane with the Genji. And that's honest. I mean, that's again why I'm surprised Gogo for Jojo just didn't ban it, because to me that was the most obvious choice. We saw it last game. We saw the damage that it did. But last picks for Gogo for Jojo. They need something to help them against that dive. They need a support of some kind. Alexstrasza is available. I feel like she is strong on this map because she can turn into a big dragon.
That is true, but I don't know. I'm trying to think about a support that can peel or that can help the team, because right now it's really scary. Greymane, Genji. That is scary. And I don't know what they're going to pick for that.
They could go for like an Uther. They Divine Storm the Genji and the Greymane when they dive. Perfect plan. Yeah, I don't know. This is a scary lineup. It looks like they are going to pick up that Alexstrasza. And who is it going to be paired with? The Junkrat. Junkrat is squishy, but he does have an escape.
He does have an escape at least. But yeah, I think it's good pick. The best, I don't know. But it's a good pick, I think.
Yeah.
At least Junkrat got an escape. Alexstrasza got a dragon. We'll see what Tiddly will go for the last pick.
Yeah, last picks for them. They're probably looking for a solo laner.
Maybe a Blaze again.
It could be the Blaze again. Otherwise, we mentioned Dahaka. That would give them another crowd control. Blaze has the... So, yeah. I was like, Blaze also has an AoE stun, so that's probably the better choice.
Yeah.
In terms of drafts, I'm really afraid of Team Tiddly.
Yeah, me too, because Genji did work so well last game with the Greymane, and now they got Diablo as well. That's scary. That is scary.
Well, we'll see how this works out. Again, this is game number 2 in our best of 3 series. We're going to see if Gogo for Jojo can bring it back. They chose to go for first pick, picking up the Sonya. We'll have to see how much value that Sonya pick actually gets them as well.
Yeah, Sonya is really strong in solo laning, so yeah. We'll see if she's able to help in team fight.
By the way, I'm disappointing the teams for the lack of portrait synergy. You're not a real team unless your portraits match. I'm just throwing that out there. Although I do like Mustache Mill because he's got the howling at the moon, the 3 wolves, which is my favorite portrait.
It is a nice portrait. I was thinking the same thing last game about the portrait synergy, I was going to call it. It is really important when you're teaming. Does help you. Give you more chance to win.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best way to win. All right, here we go. Game number 2 in our series between Team Tiddly and Gogo for Jojo. On the left-hand side, it is Team Tiddly with Serenian on that Blaze, Soulman on the Greymane, Pyromantic on the Genji, Angus Tabifi on Diablo, and Mustache Mill on Rhaegar. On the right-hand side, it's Gogo for Jojo with Beer Bandits. Has arrived finally, no Caterpie this time, on that Sonya. Toxa replaying Johanna, BKL2 on the Alexstrasza, Geeky Nerd on Junkrat, Old Pro on Kel'Thas. As we get ready for this game, we do have Devil's Due as the pickup on the side of Diablo this time around.
Yeah, it's not the same player that play him, so they got to build different, I guess. I'm thinking maybe auto-attack build this game to help with the dive.
I'm thinking so. Interesting double block on the side of Gogo for Jojo. Johanna went for block hold on. Geeky Nerd. That rotation, that's probably a dead dog. I mean, he pushed him away for the time being.
Yeah, but he finally get took down.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a couple things in that situation. One, have just the faster reaction time to try to concussion mine away, but also take the safer rotations. Enemy team missing, and you know they have a kill comp.
Yeah, he did go for the kill. He did go for what their team is best at. So I think it was really good from Tiddly there.
First objective of the game will be down in the bottom lane. We'll have to keep that in mind because the 2 solo laners are top, so we'll have to see how long they stick around. Old Pro does get the knockup out of Angus Tabifi, so Kel'Thas survives the gank bottom lane.
Yeah, Old Pro is really low now. He needs to be careful. He does have tap, so...
He actually just used it, and I'm surprised, honestly. In that situation, it's probably better just Hearth. Wasting that 2-minute cooldown on that HP, probably not worth it. Meanwhile, up at the top, though, I do see Sonya is pushing in pretty well into Blaze. I think Blaze doing the smart thing and actually playing that passively.
Yeah, and it's time to get the... I was thinking about it. It's time to get the camp.
Yep, camps started on both sides. Level 4 is around the corner for both of the teams. Gogo for Jojo needs to be careful on this potential invade here. They're way too slow to get this camp started. Alexstrasza goes down, and they get the stun up the wall on the Geeky Nerd. Junkrat goes down. That is 2 more kills going over to Team Tiddly, and in fact, Old Crow taking a lot of damage here. Pyromantic doesn't get the kill there.
Yeah, I don't know if Genji had his dash or not, but was scary for Old Pro there. He got 2 kills, really good. He got level 5 now, one level lead. It's going to be hard for Jojo for his next objective there.
Yeah, and again, especially because it's in this bottom lane, which is already under pressure. They actually brought 2 players up the top lane. Hold on, Old Pro getting dove on underneath the fort. Angus Tabifi looks like he will get away. But yeah, they brought Junkrat top here to help Sonya, so that way Sonya could get the camp. But I feel like Gogo for Jojo is way late to be getting that now.
Yeah, that's scary. When you get jumping over the wall from a Diablo, when you're in that position, what are you thinking? Like, it's scary.
Yeah, they have the dive camp, so you know obviously Angus Tabifi is willing to dive over the wall to secure a kill. But yeah, Gogo for Jojo, they get the camp, but I think they're probably way too late to contest this.
Yeah, I think it's too late. I think it's over, and Alexstrasza getting down there. Yeah, after Sonya as well.
Yeah, 2 more kills going over to Team Tiddly. 6 kills to nothing so far with that 1 level lead. They will have this objective going their way. They do have a camp against them top. That'll eventually have to be taken care of. It will die eventually. If there's no building there, it will actually march all the way to the core. Angus Beefy diving in on the Old Pro. Kel'Thas getting chunked down to half health. Geeky Nerd does push the Rhaegar over the wall with that concussion mine, so they do get a kill onto Rhaegar. We'll see what they can do on the defense, though, because there are still plenty of dive available on the side of Team Tiddly.
Yeah, they still got Greymane, they still got Diablo, and Genji as well. So even without the Rhaegar, Jojo needs to be careful.
So level 7 is here for Team Tiddly. Interestingly, Greymane is going for that Wizened Duelist, so getting more damage when you have kills. In fact, they're going to get one right now in this middle lane. Beer Bandit is actually going to use the Whirlwind, try to heal away Beer Bandits. All right, Sonya does eventually fall.
Yeah, I think Genji really strong pick again there. I think Genji was the best pick from TV. Did so much work last game, do still again a lot of work this game.
So now,
it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. And now both the teams getting back to doing lanes and camps. In fact, you can see Team Tiddly starting the Bruisers. None available on the side of Jojo because they took theirs earlier. That camp did get this wall. Nice graphical bug there, Blizzard.
Did get the wall off destroy, so it did something, but not enough, I feel.
Yeah, and the next objective will be in the top lane. So ideally, these teams start to look at these Impaler camps when that objective spawns, and they can push while the objective is up. Again, risky invade. Okay, he threw the trap up, but really the way that you should check that bush is with the grenade.
Yeah, that is true. Tiddly doing the bot camp, not contested, and probably looking to invade, I think.
Yeah, Beer Bandits took a lot of damage at the top against Blaze as well, so that's level 10 now for Team Tiddly. They do have Lightning Breath on Diablo, Dragon Blade, Bunker, Ancestral Healing, and Go for the Throat. So no Apocalypse, which would have helped them perhaps secure kills more, but maybe they just want more damage, you know?
Yeah, maybe more damage, maybe more zoning with it.
You see what happened to that little Impaler? It got pushed over the wall, so they couldn't cap it.
Well, that did slow them down, but I don't think that was nothing else than slowing them down.
Yeah.
So going to have both camp. Well, Junkrat does have a good clear, so going to be clear pretty quick.
So, again, next shrine at the top. Camps getting taken in here in the bottom lane for Team Tiddly. And no level 10 for Gogo for Jojo.
Yeah, Tiddly did get the fort down. More XP advantage. Almost a 2-level lead right now. And yeah, I don't know what Jojo can do now.
I like this trap from Tiddly. They showed middle, but they didn't show on the rotation top yet. So if you are Gogo for Jojo, you need to be careful of this bush. You know they could be there. In fact, Geeky Nerd getting dove on. Beer Bandit spots it as well, but Junkrat tries to Riptire, doesn't get it off. Will they get any counter kills? Old Pro lays down that Phoenix. Ancestral Healing does land. Apocalypse coming out. Beer Bandit under heavy pressure. Dragon Blade trying to get the kills in. Gogo for Jojo finally gets their first kill, but Sonya goes down as well. Alexstrasza finally popping off her heal, but not in time, it feels like.
No, it was still a 2-4-2 there. And crazy enough, it was 4v5 because Blaze was objective all along.
Yeah, so we saw those ultimates being used already. Riptire actually got canceled, so did not go on the full cooldown. Toxery trying to get away. Alexstrasza does not get away. Riptire does get a couple people. They didn't get to the bunker in time, but this objective should be going over to Team Tiddly as they get another kill. And I mean, Jojo, they need to be really careful. They can still die more. Yeah, Angus Tabifi, he knows it. Unfortunately, Blaze misses the stun. fact, they got a counter kill. Old Pro laying down the damage. Genji goes down. Diablo gets away with 50. Does Geeky Nerd get him? He does. That is 2 kills going over to Jojo.
He needed this kill because I think otherwise it would have been keep wall. So he needed this kill to clear it. Was a good double kill there.
Yeah, I mean that's honestly what Jojo needed to get back in this game. 5 kills to 10, and that could have been very bad for them had they lost more members. They need to be careful on their positioning here. They're taking a lot of damage from those little arcane beams.
Yeah. They need to be careful. Yet again, they're still 1 level under Jojo and 1 talent under, so they need to be careful for that. I think they need to be 5 for every fight. Don't think you want to be alone.
Agreed. So, again, no 13 for Jojo. They're picking up camps. Same on the blue side here. Next objective will be in the middle lane. But yeah, I think Jojo, they just need to play safe right now. Like, they've been getting picked. Yeah, they got a few counter picks. They need to wait till their opponents show on the map. They just show top lane. So now they should be able to clear bottom and get this camp if they do it quickly. Instead, they're going to clear middle, which I feel is a mistake. I feel like they could have started the camp and just had, like, Johanna on that middle wave.
Yeah, I think if you wait too much, they're going to get invade. And there's the pick. To wait there too much.
Oh, I think Genji got the Ancestral while he was in the bunker, interestingly. That Riptire doing a lot of damage, but yeah, they got the pick. Finally, they have level 13, but Jojo, I mean, this is what's been happening to them in this series so far. They're just getting picked off in these rotations from Team Tiddly. And to be fair, Team Tiddly has been doing a very good job on these rotations. Yeah,
it's true. They're so good with their camp come on to dive, and they're really good to dive as well. Feel like it was a mistake, like you said, to stay mid and not take that camp. They were there too much, and the people that were up decided to go mid to help, and yeah, it was over after that.
Well, again, this is Jojo's opportunity to perhaps get back in this game. Their opponents don't have 16. Sony is not with the team. Kalthas is not with the team yet. This fort is likely gone. If they can save it before 16 hold, they're popping bunker early. Team Tiddly really wants this.
Yeah, they really want this.
I mean, that will get them 16, so I think it's probably worth it. Blessed Shield going down. Okay, I think that was some miscommunication on the side of Jojo. They threw down the Blessed Shield, but didn't have any follow-up.
Yeah, I don't think I think it was a mistake. Maybe a misclick or communication, like you said. Because the opponent at 16 was not a good time to jump in, I think.
Yeah, if anything, you do it right before they get that building. Nice, another bush coming out here. I think they saw them. You can see the danger pings coming out. But why are they still walking in if they know it's dangerous? Oh God, hold on. Alexstrasza going down. Riptire goes out, trying to do some damage. Geeky Nerd will die to the Genji. Go for the throat, not securing a kill. Ancestral does keep Genji alive. Another 2 kills going over to Team Tiddly.
I think they are going to get the objective and win this. Win the objective there. The Genji doing work. Yeah.
Yeah, Pyromantic doing so much work. Old Pro trying to hold his own, throwing down the Phoenix and some living bombs, but Team Tiddly, I mean, this game is in their control. In fact, they're going to ignore the objective for now and look to pressure keep wall, it looks like. If anything, they should be pressuring mid because that's where the Punisher's going to jump.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to get more XP to get 20 faster. They're going to get the bot camp to make pressure, but I think it's a good idea to win the objective anyway. They're not scared about this, so I think it's a good idea to get bot camp.
Yeah, plus their opponents won't have 16 for this defense, so I think that's probably the smart call. So they do go ahead and grab the objective. Again, camp will be pushing in the bottom lane, and this is do or die for Gogo for Jojo. They cannot afford to lose members in this defense. They don't have 16. They can't afford to make a hard engage either. A lot of this is going to come down to Kel'Thas and Junkrat, how they can zone their opponents off.
Yeah, I think they really need to focus the objective and destroy that boss.
Yeah, and so that was a good zoning Phoenix there, but they need to be careful they don't get picked in the defense. Like I said, stun goes down on the Beer Bandit. Team Tiddly unfortunately missed that follow-up CC from the Punisher, so Punisher does go down. Jojo still no 16. It looks like this keep will fall, but they need to be careful. If they get picked, that could be game. That's a lightning breath. Okay,
yeah.
Beer Bandits actually under effort. Nice knock up there from Old God. Riptide going out as well. Does land on several members. Alexstrasza is actually going to use her ult to try to chase this, but they have the Blaze getting the ancestral healing. Junkrat pushing him back in the team, but Gogo for Jojo, not enough to secure a kill.
Yeah, not enough. And he got Alexstrasza really low. I don't think they want to fight anymore. They want to get 16 and maybe try to fight for the camp. I don't know. I think it will be too late.
I mean,
Team Tiddly.
Yeah, in the end, Team Tiddly, they get the keep, but they don't get the game, which I think is good for Gogo for Jojo. That could have been just the game right there. So I think that's actually a pretty decent defense from them.
Yeah, for once didn't die from Genji and Grimane jumping on them. So I feel like it was really good. They were able to live, they were able to defend that. The Phoenix was a good Phoenix there. And now they need to defend.
Yeah, the biggest problem now, though, is Team Tiddly is going to have 20 much faster than Jojo does. Like, they have a 3-level lead. So if you are Gogo for Jojo, I feel like you almost have to pick a fight now before they get 20. Otherwise, you're going to lose the next objective, which is top. Yeah, there's a keep there, but based on how these team fights have been going, I don't know if they could defend it.
Yeah, I don't know. After 16 minutes, the objective is pretty strong. You don't want it on a keep. And not against dive come too. So it's going to be hard. I think it's maybe too late to fight now.
I like this play from Team Tiddly, though. They get themselves 20. In fact, they're going to lightning breath for it again. Angus to beefy. He's just laying down the fire. In fact, he got the upgrade. Look how long that thing lasts. He's just sieging down with his ultimate. Serenian going in, gets the stun. Kel'Thas falls. Alexstrasza way too late on the heal. Beer Bandits on Sonya will survive. Riptide going out, but there's a bunker sitting in the way. And meanwhile, they're just burning him down with that bunker. Angus Beefy goes, gets the interrupt. Riptide goes on that full cooldown. Pyromantic on the Genji gets the kill on Alexstrasza and Junkrat. 3 kills, count them, 4 kills going over to Team Tiddly with that level 20 advantage. Catapults on the core. GG's have been called. That will be game number 2 and the series going over to Team Tiddly.
Yeah, I think it was a mistake to let them get the Genji and the Grimane again. They are so strong with them, and they are so strong on this map as well. So, but yeah, good game for both teams. And Tiddly was better on this map. I
agree. So we can take a look at those final damage numbers. 17 minutes, a little bit longer than our last game. Genji with the 9 kills, which I feel like was a big part of this game. There are your final talents as well. But again, congratulations to Team Tiddly. They do win the series 2-0. And they're asking if there's a third. There is not. This is a best of 3 series. But thank you everyone in Twitch chat for joining in us tonight. Thanks again. A special shout out to DeathCon for that Twitch Prime sub. We appreciate you being here. I believe we have another Heroes of the Storm show match tomorrow, which will be, I believe at 11 Eastern. I guess we'll have to look on Discord. But yeah, I believe that's it for us. Do you have any last minute things to say, Mr. Arekusu?
Well, not really. Like, Tiddly played really well this game. And yeah, they were really strong to dive and probably all. It was a both really good game to watch. And to cast, it's always fun to cast with you, Grave, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Again, my name is Gravesville. You can find me at twitch.tv/Gravesville. I'll be back tomorrow either doing my own thing or casting this again, but either way, it was a fun night. Thanks again for watching, and you guys have a good night.